Roger and Abe here, founderskingdom.com with episode number 70 of Infinity and Beyond, presented by DisKingdom.com. With me, Roger, here in the UK, and Abe there in sunny California.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Abe, how you doing? Have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, yes, it did. I'm quite stuffed still. It was delicious stuff.
Yes, so this week we've got a little bit of news. We had a brand new Star Wars The Force Awakens. We've had the first trailer for the new playset drop, and we've also got some Star Wars light effects figures that are out this week, which we're going to quickly talk about. And we've also got the competition winners to announce for the King and Mickey Power Disc competition that Abe has been running. So let's jump straight off. We're going to jump straight into the light effects because I think that'll probably be the one that's going to take the least amount of time this morning. So, light effects. There are 3 figures out this week. Now, these are special figures you put down on the base and they light up. And we've got Anakin Skywalker, these are all in the US this week. Anakin Skywalker at Best Buy, Obi-Wan Kenobi at GameStop, and Yoda is at Target. They're going to be out on December the 1st. For other regions, we're looking like they're all going to be out probably on the 18th of December. And then we're going to have Kanan, Darth Vader, and Luke Skywalker coming out in the US at different dates. Looks like one next week, Kanan, and then the following week, Darth Vader. Not too sure when Luke's going to be out yet. So, Abe, anything you want to add to them? We're kind of waiting to see what these look like in person, really, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested to see how good they're going to glow. I mean, we've only seen images. We really haven't seen them, the actual figure, like, being tested and actually working. So it'll be nice to see them actually finally working, and not to mention to see what those little triangles in the Hall of Galactic Heroes is going to do, whether it's going to glow, whether it's going to just say something. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I like the fact that they've kind of spread out the date a little bit, a couple of like basically a couple of weeks. I don't know if that's particularly per retailer or if it's done on purpose, but here in the UK, if they're all out on the same day on the 18th with all the Force Awakens stuff, I think that's a little bit heavy for everyone, especially this close to Christmas. So I'm wondering if these are going to be in some of these Black Friday sales you guys have been having over the weekend.
Well, I've been hearing other people in different sites that they're surprised that they have not seen any of them, like, leak or accidentally be put in the shelves or anything. So
I think Yoda's leaked.
I did not see that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I have not seen any of them, so it's kind of interesting. But
maybe it's that kind of thing because they're more taking sort of sell stuff out of the back rooms and stuff rather than focusing on new product. But yeah, it's kind of be interesting to have these light effects figures coming out. They're not essential, they're not something that you have to have, but if you're a collector, you're going to want to pick them up and add them to your collection. I'm going to be
have to have them.
Yeah. And it's that kind of thing as well. I think if you haven't already got the figure, this is, and I know there's quite a few people that have been holding out to get these rather than getting the single ones. Obviously, like Kanan, Darth Vader, and also Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda are all single figures, but they're going to get repackaged versions of Anakin and Luke Skywalker, which kind of is quite interesting. I think everyone's I know there's a lot of us, including us, that are really excited about the Darth Vader one.
Oh yeah, that's the one to get. That's the important one.
Yes, no, that's cool. So anything else you want to add on that? Because I think we'll cover these a little bit more once you've kind of seen them in person and kind of tried them out.
Yeah, I think we'll tap into them once we finally get them in our hands. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, because it's kind of at the minute we don't really know if they're probably not going to be that much different. I don't think they're any different in game. It's just that's how they light up. But I always loved that with the Skylanders, like cool ones where they had the lights come up. It always looked a little bit more fancy. But no, there we go.
It'll be kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on to the big subject of the week.
Before we get into it, I did remember one topic that I forgot to mention with you, and it taps into that.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody by now has seen the Force Awakens trailer, and in that trailer you see Kylo Ren, and he has his hand over Poe Dameron, and you can see Poe is suffering. Mm-hmm. Well, it so happens that, ironically, from a trailer in Oklahoma, there was an accident. And and Poe Dameron poor little Poe. He, you can find him all over the road. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Can you see it now?
Not
there
yet
it is.
Now. Oh yeah, there we go.
There's a box full of, and they're reporting brand new Star Wars toys, but it so happens that they're all Poe Dameron Disney Infinity figures, and it's like there's this trailer hanging on the side of a road, and these poor boxes with poor little Poe Dameron. There's another picture of him like outside of the. Here, let me see if I can show you right there. Poor little Poe. Just I feel so bad for him.
He's all crushed.
Look at him. Oh, but anyways, I'm gonna tap into this though. Look at the helmet. The helmet looks awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I figured it's kind of I wanted to show this, but speaking of these figures, now we can tap into.
You can find them all over the interstate.
Yeah, if you guys want a real Black Friday deal, they're all over the road.
If you're willing to go for a swim, you might find the whole set.
But yeah, poor little Poe. He got there's boxes all over the road and everything. But anyways, I thought I'd show that to everybody. Here, let me get out of this thing.
No, that's cool. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. It's kind of like it's kind of interconnected with that because you had earlier this year in the UK we had our big video game retailer had a truck stolen that had all of these
that's right.
They had the Splatoon, they had all the triple packs, the whole country's Splatoon figures got wiped out in one foul steal.
That's so true.
So it was like that video going, oh, America's not getting any Poe this year. If the whole truck was just full of Poe figures, you wouldn't be getting them for the Force Awakens movie.
Well, I just feel bad for whoever's in Oklahoma because they're definitely not getting him right now, or they're gonna get him half price off because he's all beat up.
That's a bit interesting. But yes, so let's jump back into the Force Awakens playset trailer. Broke literally last Wednesday. I think it went up on TV commercial during, was it Dancing with the Stars in the US?
It was a Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving special, and then Dancing with the Stars. It aired twice. I actually got to see them. I just honestly was not. Let me rephrase that. I was watching both the shows, but I was not at watching at the right time. I didn't even know that. By the time I found out that they aired, I wasn't able to record them on my DVR. So, but anyways, I knew it was going to come out the next day. They aired on TV, and since then, this is the first time I actually see Disney Infinity really advertising on television. Like, you saw Lego Dimensions come out, and I would see like 10 or 11 different commercials a day that had Lego Dimensions. Disney Infinity, you really didn't see anything. Now, dude, I'm in every channel, like any of the movie channels, cooking channel, science channel, even national television, all those different channels I've been clicking through, I've seen the commercial for it. So they're definitely going to bank on the fact that it's Force Awakens. Yeah,
well, I think in some ways, I mean, they've got like now, 3-4 weeks pretty much to themselves. The other games are out. They've been discounted. They've been out for a while, but Disney Infinity and they're like, well, we've got Force Awakens. What have you guys got? So maybe they've been holding back for that advertising campaign because they knew they were doing this, and because they're making the most of having this new Force Awakens.
Well, I'll tell you something. And this is something that not only I noticed, but a bunch of my friends have been telling me. And then I was speaking to a couple other members in the group, and they said the same thing. The fact that Force Awakens is involved in Disney Infinity for Black Friday shopping, if there was anything in somebody's cart, it was Disney Infinity 3.0. There was a lot of that. In everybody's carts, it was a lot of Disney Infinity 3.0. Very rare. I didn't see Lego Dimensions that often because they didn't get that big of a deal.
No. It's that kind of thing, I think, as well, with like the figures and stuff. Skylanders and stuff were doing quite a lot of bits and pieces, but Lego Dimensions, I had some sales in the US. Here in the UK, I saw lots of Infinity figures being reduced, but I think ahead of this, the Force Awakens, I think it's a great way of kind of getting people into it early now, and it's a great way of people having that software ahead of the movie game coming out. But what was your thoughts on that trailer?
The trailer was amazing. It kind of had a lot of feeling from the actual movie trailer itself.
Mm.
I mean, you see scenes where there's Poe and Finn are like near the X-wing, and then you finally see like some TIE fighters flying by, and it's like it had some similar feel to it. I mean, you got to see Rey and her fighting skills, like with the little baton thing, which I still think it's from one of those like droids from like the prequels, but. Anyways, just the fact that and you also get to see BB-8 rolling around, which was kind of cool, and it makes us think again if he's just going to be an in-game, like character or whatnot. Because a lot of people for some reason want droids as figures, but I don't know how they would do move wise with combat and stuff. But anyways, the trailer was amazing. Yeah, exactly. I think the trailer was awesome. It definitely didn't give you too much. Like I feel like they purposely weren't telling you or showing you much. And just like in the movie trailer, just like the light effects figure, and clearly like this trailer, Luke is nowhere to be found. So interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. I thought with the trailer they didn't really show anything. Literally, if you'd not seen that movie, because I know someone sort of said, "Well, has he got any spoilers?" And I'm there going, I sort of watched it and it was, you wouldn't really know. You had some TIE fighters flying, you had some X-wings flying, and you had that kind of scene, I think, with Kylo Ren and Finn about to do battle with the lightsabers, which looked really cool. But a lot of it was just kind of seeing them in action a little bit. Wasn't massively. The opening scene and just sort of showing it. So it was very well done, very kind of trailer-esque in terms of how it looks in the trailer, in the initial trailer we saw, with her sort of in the desert and stuff, which I thought was done very well. But yeah, no, it looks pretty interesting.
Also, we noticed a little spoiler that we don't know whether if it's going to be a costume change disc or if it's going to be just something that automatically happens in game, but we saw old Han there. He had the gray hair. He had looked nothing like his Rise Against the Empire character looks, and definitely didn't look anything like him in the figure-wise. So I wonder if that's going to be just something that happens automatically when you're in the playset, or if they're going to give us a disc. But from what we've seen, the 4 announced discs, there's no Han Solo or old Han Solo to be found. So
yeah, I was thinking it because it's this kind of thing. If it was a power disc. So we're gonna have a power disc that makes you old. So like, maybe not the most funnest kind of power disc you could ever have. So I kind of like the idea that if you play as Han Solo in that play set, you get grey hair. It would be cool as well. I mean, that's where it would have been cool if we have this going everywhere. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. We go, he's old in the Rise of the Empire, and he's just a ghost. he's just running around completely different in thing. Or in Yoda could be the same. But it is interesting. I do wonder if this is the first time we're going to see this, or if it is literally just that cutscene. He's grey, but it would make no sense if he's not grey everywhere else. So I don't know. It's odd.
Well, I still say it as a game, so it doesn't really matter if it makes sense or not. That's the way I see it. But I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind having like a power disc that turned Yoda into a ghost, like his hologram version. Yeah. You have him running around looking like that, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I think because we haven't seen any additional power discs, I have a feeling that it's just going to automatically happen. Like you put him down, and he's automatically old in this playset. So.
Yeah, the question is, does Princess Leia do the same thing?
Interesting. Good question.
Luke change because Chewbacca, I don't think looks any different. So
because he's still young. He's still young. Wookiees live to be up to about 400 years old. So by the time we saw him in the original trailer, it's just 30 years.
He might not last 400 years.
No, I don't think so. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, actually, I still think he'll be around because I think he's an evergreen character, and if they've got this, he's 400 years old, so it's continuity for continuously.
I have a feeling Chewie's gone. That's just my take. I don't know. We have to see the movie.
No. Yeah, they're already. It's quite weird. It's the fact that we're about 3 weeks away, just over 3 weeks now from the movie coming out. And I think this is the really cool thing with Disney Infinity. It's this idea that we have this playset coming in 3 weeks for a brand new movie none of us have seen. We've got all new characters. It's all new Star Wars. And I think it's one of the big big differences, I think, for 3.0 this year, for this generation, is that content coming later. I've been reading quite a few articles, and they've been comparing all the different ones. And Disney Infinity, having this spread out of content, has picked up a lot of kind of tick points for expansions, because it's not just what you buy, what you get. You've got this coming later, and it's quite exciting to kind of think. And I actually, in some ways, I don't know if I know we've both been doing the same thing, because we've been playing Star Wars Battlefront for the last 2 weeks. In some ways, I actually felt like, no, I'm going to have a few weeks off of Infinity to go play Battlefront or something, because I know I'm coming back in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be spending a few weeks playing through the next playset.
Well, I've been playing Battlefront a lot, and for some reason I found myself, slowly dying down as far as playing a lot. And I've been playing Infinity again, because I feel like once I picked up Infinity, the controls felt so weird to me, because you're doing the same thing. You're driving a snow speeder in Battlefront, and then you're driving it in Infinity, and the buttons don't do the same thing. So you have to adjust yourself to the game again. So I have been playing Infinity a little bit more, because I feel like I want to retrain myself and just to prepare for Force Awakens. But no, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Battlefront as well, and it's a lot of fun, and it's great. And we're going to have the Battle of Jakku real soon in the next few days, so I'm sure I'm going to be jumping back into that again. Yeah. No, I mean, the trailer looks great. It doesn't give us too much, which is awesome, and I'm excited for it. And like you said, there's so many things we don't know, because it doesn't show you anything. Like, what if Princess Leia also turns old, or what if there's characters we haven't seen? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but it's definitely something that I feel like is going to bring back a lot of Disney Infinity game players. The fans are going to come back into it, and a lot of new fans, I've noticed. Like I said, Black Friday shopping, a lot of people picking it up. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think as well. With the new sort of movie coming out, I am wondering if we're going to see much more. I don't think we're going to see much more gameplay before the launch. I don't think we're going to have what we had with the launch, where they were running through the different levels and showing us the gameplay and showing us pretty much walking through the first 2 levels on the Twitch stream. I don't think we're going to get that. I think with the Force Awakens, they're keeping everything so secret. I don't think we're going to see anything more gameplay wise until that game's out.
I completely agree. I feel like we're not going to see anything at all. If they do show something, it's going to definitely be after launch. I think this will be the only game that they do that, because I have a feeling we'll see some previews of how Marvel Battlegrounds will, that's going to play out. But this one, I think it's going to be like, hey guys, it's going to come out on the 18th. Make sure you pick it up, and then boom, they'll show us some Twitch afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really kind of quite happy in some way, because I've got my tickets for the 17th for the night, so I will, when I pick up the game on the Friday, I've seen the movie, so therefore that will be a lot easier for that point.
Yeah, even if I don't see it opening day, 'cause I probably will, because I'm gonna go late at night. But anyways, if I don't per se see it on opening day, I'm definitely not going to play the game until I see the movie. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to do the same, because I feel like I think it's a little different from a lot of people. People are assuming that the game is not going to be as similar to the movie in general. I don't think so. I think this is something that they want to keep true to the movie. So I'm sure there was a few people who knew certain plot points and what's going to happen for the game as well, because don't forget, Disney Infinity is the only game that has Force Awakens content in it. So I'm sure they want to keep it true to the actual movie. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And as we saw earlier, the Poe Dameron figure looks amazing. And I can't wait to get him. Kylo Ren is awesome too. I'm going to be bummed out if they don't give us a wave 2 of the light FX figures, or that's what they call it, right? Because Kylo Ren would look amazing as a light FX figure. So I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing is where are we going to see a Captain Phasma come out for episode 8? They're holding back a couple of characters because they didn't quite know, but we've got Star Wars Rogue One next year So we might have completely different characters for that kind of thing. This is the thing with Star Wars now. We know we've got years of content. So I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it eventually. I still think we'll see the droids at some point.
I have two different scenarios on that question. And my first answer is based off of a lot of replies that JB has given people through Twitter. And I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just going based off of it. But he has been saying that there's a few more still coming. There's still a few that have not been announced. People ask about Disney original stuff. Is there any more coming? And there's still going to be more to be announced. So it's like we don't know. So that's my first answer to it. My second answer is hopefully if it's not the case where we're not getting Captain Phasma, that'll be like Yondu. How he was, the movie was so popular that they wanted to give us another figure. So hopefully they do the same with Captain Phasma. But I don't see us not getting a General Grievous figure. I don't see us not getting a Captain Phasma figure. I'm surprised we didn't get a Queen Amidala or a Padme Amidala figure. But who knows? Maybe that's still coming. We don't know.
I still think, there's the possibilities of having another Star Wars playset next year with a few of these characters thrown in, and like they've done with Marvel, where you can still go and buy the other characters. So I still think there's that possibility going forwards. I always think of whenever they sort of say, there's more to be coming, and there's more to do. It's like, does that Disney Infinity or is that Disney Infinity 3.0? Because we found that with 2.0, it's like, there's more Disney to come. No, there wasn't. It was coming for 3.0. So I'm always a little bit skeptic of the fact of there's more to come. The only reason I still think we could, obviously Peter Pan is going to be coming in download. Whether or not we go for this, what we're thinking as a longer life cycle for the game. That's the only reason I'm wondering if they decide to go, actually, we're going to go a year without a starter pack and just release new play sets. That could be the way they get around having more content coming in. This is, we know that all the Marvel stuff next year is all DLC. It's all extra content that has to be downloaded to play. If it's either the really big trial or they're going full in on this, it's hard to know.
Well, Force Awakens is definitely on the disc. That's for sure. But Battlegrounds is definitely not on the disc. And the way that works out, then it'll show you that it's possible to give us more. So it's going to be interesting to see. But as far as if we have more because of those words, that was my first answer. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be expecting anything. So who knows? But let's just hope we do get them because that'd be awesome. I mean, come on, Jar Jar Binks. That's like a missed opportunity there. So,
but the thing is, as well, is if you look at it I'm looking at this. Well, if we've got Battlegrounds coming in spring, March, April time around the Civil War bit, this year in May or April, May, we've had the whole of 3.0 announced. If Battlegrounds is coming out in April, sort of March time. They're going to blast us with that for a couple of months. And then literally, if there is a 4.0, they're going to be straight on that hype train. Because I think it worked out very well with them getting out in August this year. I think that worked very well for them. So I'm kind of going, well, it's kind of quite interesting because we could literally just do Battlegrounds and then they could jump straight into 4.0 talk, or alternatively, they could say, right, there's no starter pack this year. We're just going to add some more play sets throughout the year, because I do think they've been getting a little bit of direct feedback from people talking in the past about how people don't like buying these starter packs every year. They don't like, and how there's too many starter packs. And I mean, Skylanders went bonkers this year. Lego aren't doing a starter pack next year. So it's interesting to see how this might go down. I'm at a point where I really don't know. I'm not assuming there's a 4.0 next year.
Well, I'm skeptical as it is with Lego. Like, if Lego actually does do what they said they're gonna do, then power to them. But then that's also going to, pave the way for everybody else to do the same thing. But so yeah, until next year comes by, I want to see. But as far as 4.0 goes, we're gonna see 4.0. Like I said at the summit. A big name actually threw out the phrase 4.0. So whether it's going to be the same time frame, I don't know. it could be maybe a little bit later, but the fact that Battlegrounds comes out spring, that's kind of interesting. And I'm surprised. I'm wondering if they're going to push it back even more, because originally it was going to coincide with the release of Captain America, and Captain America got pushed back until May.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
No, it's certainly going to be kind of cool. I think that this Force Awakens, we've got this big thing, and that's going to hold us right through sort of mainly end of December, beginning and January. That's going to keep a lot of people interested. Then, having this new content coming is going to keep people in the game and keep bringing people. Because I always view as a playset, it's so much different than, like said, like with Lego. Once you've done that story, if they don't do a starter pack next year, there's no new story. These level packs are only adding, small bits of content, or a playset is, 4 to 10, 15 hours, depending on how you want to play. It's an entirely different experience. And I think that's a very smart thing. And I do think it's a great way of, and I think actually if they'd done Battlegrounds at launch, I think it would have just been too much to do. So I am really grateful for the fact that we're getting this.
Well, yeah, it's like you said, it's awesome that they've spread it out. I mean, the last time they did this was in 1.0 with Toy Story, but that wasn't even that far out from launch. No. You know what I mean? So it's like it's like we're spread out big time. I mean, we haven't seen a playset since a month after launch. And in fact, it was already available at launch. And like now we have one in Christmas, then we have one in spring. I mean, it's great. It's definitely a new trend, and hopefully it stays that way. So.
Because I always think it's kind of that thing of, there's like you say, this. On one hand, I could quite happily see them. They want that starter pack on the shelf in the holiday season because that's what gets people in. But if they have 5 new play sets out in 3.0 throughout the whole of next winter, it could extend their cycles a bit more. Maybe to spend less time working on the toy box, because while they've got updates to do, it does feel like this year's toy box, they've tweaked a lot of it. It doesn't seem like it needs a massive overhaul that we saw last year. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm really on that fence at this precise minute of which way it's going to go, whether or not they tip over, or if they just do Disney Infinity 3.0 starter pack 2 with a new play set just to kind of get you into it, kind of thing.
That sounds very complicating.
Yeah.
Disney Infinity 3.0 Part 2. That doesn't work.
No. All right. Anything you want to add on the Force Awakens trailer? Because like I said, we didn't really get to see very much. It was kind of very kind of cutscenes, and that's about it, really.
Well, honestly, I mean, what we should really do is dissect the trailer. And just to mention it a bit. I mean, I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll just bring it up a minute. Yeah. It's kind of one of those kind of sort of funny things, really, with it. It's just, I'm just going to bring that one up. Find my right button. Let's choose. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. So just bringing it up here now. We'll have the.
I still see a British guy.
You still see a British guy? Well,
there we go.
That's good. I hope we do.
No, he's gone. He's gone. We're in good. We're in good business now.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna mute that now.
Yeah,
right.
Turn it down. Yeah, turn it down, and we'll talk about it.
Right. Okay. So we have this bit of the Jakku.
So same intro. Yeah.
So I'm thinking this USB stick will be something we'll be able to drive around on.
I love how people refer to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be an unlockable myself. I agree.
Yeah.
I love that intro shot, just like in the trailer.
Okay.
All right, pause that.
So we have an interior. So I'm definitely thinking this is somewhere we're going to be able to run around inside the playset.
Right. It kind of looks like the final trailer is. No, yeah, Tomb Raider, exactly. I was going to say that the final trailer where she's inside exploring, where she's scavenging. So yeah, I could keep going.
No, definitely can see that there. So
all right, pause right there. Oh, you missed it. Did you see him? Jar Jar Binks went right really fast.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's that fast. So we've got a TIE fighter on the ground. Right. Okay. So here we got the red TIE fighter.
So yeah, that's also from.
So there he is. So he's looking up. Boom.
Yeah, that's Barack Obama right there.
So there he's in his costume change. So this is kind of quite an interesting scene here. So we've got the background with these light effects going off, looking very, very retro. I'm loving the fact that.
No, we didn't get to see those admirals in the trailer next to Kylo, did we?
No.
So that's kind of an interesting little. It could be something a new story. Okay, this is also from what you see in the trailer, where Poe and Finn cross paths.
Yeah,
next
so
to
we've
the
definitely
X-Wings.
got new X-wings. They're slightly adjusted. There's also a few. I'm just going to back up.
You can see the droids down there.
Yeah, there's new droids, new townspeople over here. So they'll be coming in. So here we've got these new X-wings, but also it looks like we've got like some racetrack area here.
Yeah, it almost looks like they're jet skiing.
Jet skiing or something like that. So that, they can.
I love the trees. The way the trees look just are phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean I don't know if that's pre-rendered or not, but that. So here we are. We're inside of the new, what looks to be a new Death Star, because I think that's where he escapes from at the beginning.
Right.
More
so TIE fighters up
TIE fighters at the top. So he's dressed up like a stormtrooper in the intro bit. So he's got the power disc. So
yeah.
So here we can see the First Order.
I love the stormtroopers. Totally love those. I love this First Order.
So
the next chapter.
And look he's got a rocket launcher.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was the first thing I didn't actually see Kylo. I just went straight to the rocket launcher because these have all got the guns, but he's got a rocket launcher. So I don't know if he must be a different commander or something like that.
He's probably like a higher ranked stormtrooper, and that's probably
he's got a shoulder.
It's like a full chest piece, I think. Honestly. Yeah. But I was going to say, this is how they're probably going to distinguish harder enemies for us in this playset. So,
okay, so they're running again. So here we got this will be like an interior kind of on a spline tool.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, do you think that's slightly a spoiler? Because we don't really see in the trailers that Poe Dameron kind of.
Well, we see it crashing. We see it kind of crashing, but I think he's escaping at that point.
Right, I'm sorry, and I don't know why I said Poe Dameron. I mean Finn. I wonder if that's a plot hole. Or, I'm sorry, not a plot hole, a spoiler.
So I'm wondering if that's going to be a cut scene or if that will be actually a kind of a scene like we had with the New Hope bit where we're kind of doing.
Oh, right.
Same thing for there. So with the Millennium Falcon, so she's using the staff there. You can really see the action. Now this BB-8 bit, I just think this is pre-rendered roll between that. This is just a little scene in the movie.
I think so too. I think this is just a little cut scene. It's not an actual gameplay.
So I think we've definitely got because we've got Jakku and we've also got this new forest planet. We don't know what the name of that is yet. So there's only 2 scenes plus the Death Star.
All right, go back. Go back a little bit to see what's exploding. Right to the right of that. Is that an AT-AT? What is that? No, it's just buildings.
Just towers. There's BB-8 again.
And then there's the old Han that we were talking about earlier.
He's definitely Jeff Bunker,
yeah, that's the Jeff Bunker.
I think everyone's saying that he's one of the sort of producers of the game, and he does actually look so similar to that. It's unbelievable.
Now, have you noticed too that he's wearing all brown too? Like it has to be a costume change disc. It's just interesting.
Yeah, could be interesting. Right, so here we've got some more space flight, which is pretty much identical to what we saw in the last space ones. I think this is exactly the same system. And then here we go with the big fight between the two. So he's got a lightsaber here. Now I don't think that's his actual. Now is that just a weapon everyone can use, or is it just him? Because we don't know yet if he's got that as his main. Is he a Jedi? He's not using it in the figure, but it doesn't mean he hasn't got it.
Right, that's correct. Because some characters. I don't know because they didn't give him a lightsaber in his figure, so it's going to be interesting. It's like the first Jedi, or is he maybe not a Jedi that just picks up the weapon later on?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting, but yeah. So that was kind of like I said, it's a very quick trailer. I mean, we only saw maybe 40 seconds of actual footage there. It looks pretty exciting.
Yeah. No, it looks really good. It looks exciting. I do like the new logo as well. And that little Jar Jar Binks spoiler as well. It was awesome, very awesome.
But we'd love to know your guys' thoughts on the trailer. What are you excited about? Comment below. Get in touch with us and let us know your comments.
Absolutely.
Okay. So before you do, Abe, you've got some announcement to make.
Nah, I decided to just cancel it. I'm just gonna keep it myself. I'm gonna keep all of this. So we had a contest going on for a whole month, and we decided to have two different ways of entering. One was specifically for our Facebook fans and members who have been with us since day one. So we wanted to do a little contest strictly for them. That was 2 of the 5 artists. And then the other 3, we opened it up to absolutely everybody using the contest app Gleam, so you can enter through Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, all that stuff. So it is now the end of the contest. And we have the names of the winners that we would like to announce. First off, going to announce the Gleam winners. There was 3 winners. One of them didn't have a name, so I'm assuming it was more so the Twitter handle. But I saw the email and it has a name, so I'm assuming that's the name. But anyways, let's go ahead and announce those. And the winners are, and let me go ahead and pull it up just to make sure I don't butcher it. So the first winner. Oh yeah, that's true, huh? You. All right. Yeah, that was pathetic. Here, I'll take care of it. Yeah. And the winners are Daniel Jackson, Robert Cassidy, and then the screen name, which is Nodding Skill, which it said Damon on the email, so I'm assuming Damon. Yep. So again, the winners, Daniel Jackson, Robert Cassidy, and Nodding Skill, maybe aka Damon. Congratulations to all 3 of you. We will go ahead and send you a notification in a little bit, hopefully within the day, and let you guys know so I can get your mailing information. We can go ahead and send that to you. Now for the Facebook competition, first off, I want to thank everybody who entered because you guys had to take a picture of your 3 favorite figures and tell us what they were. Saw a lot of cool backgrounds and the way you guys took your pictures. You were being creative with it, so it was kind of cool to see that. And anybody who put Darth Vader in there, you're all winners to me. But anyways, the 2 winners for that competition are. Oh, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names, by the way. The winners are Roger Palmer and Travis Denham. Yeah, congratulations. No, I'm just kidding, guys. They're disqualified. Let's try that again. Winners are Evie Zamora and Chet Kensel. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Chet
sounded like me.
Kenesel. Yeah. Eve Zamora and Chet Kensel. You guys have won. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone who entered, all the pictures, everybody who entered through Gleam. We appreciate you guys jumping along. For all you new members who came in just to win, it's okay. We welcome you guys because we have a lot of cool giveaways that we do. We usually, there's 3 of us who do giveaways, and we're going to have some more soon because the holidays are coming. But we just want to thank you all for entering. We want to thank you all for entering, and we look forward to having more of these things for you guys. And a quick shout out to those who helped us with the Key Power Discs. You guys know who you are. We appreciate your help. Anyways, congratulations to the winners. Again, butchering all the names as much as possible: Daniel Jackson, Robert Cassidy, Nodding Skill, aka Damon, Eve Zamora, and Chet Kenisol. Man, I'm horrible. You'll all be contacted so we can get your mailing information, and we will send you these guys. They're still here. I didn't put them up on eBay like a few of you were accusing me.
Yeah, big thanks to everyone for joining that. It was great sort of competition, and also, you know, it's good as well. It's just kind of, it's great to kind of have these things kind of to be able to do back. Even though I really wanted one, I nearly won.
Yeah, you nearly won.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this week's show. So I'm going to just give a big thank you to Ethan over at sorterapps.com and magicbandcollectors.com for being a patron again. Also to James at Infinity Museum, and also all of our other patrons. You really do make all the difference for us to be able to do bits and pieces like these competitions. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. Remember to check us out on diskingdom.com, on Twitter, on Facebook. And also check out our other podcasts that we do. We recently did one last week on Star Wars Battlefront, where we were talking for a good half an hour, having a good old chat about that game. And there will be episodes coming up this week on The Good Dinosaur and Civil War. So, a big thank you to Abe for joining me again this week. He's all full of turkey and ready to roll.
Oh, man, I'm stuffed. Stuffing and turkey.
And that's pretty much going to wrap up the show. So a big thank you again for everyone for joining in, and we shall see you guys in a later video. Laters.
These are going to new homes. Yeah.
Yay. But not mine.